Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently looking at cleaning up some border gore. There is a lot of border gore, no doubt about it. There's some up over here, in fact quite a lot over here. There's some in Italy, there's some in the Iberian Peninsula, there's some up in the north as well. And for the moment, I feel like I would like to deal with the stuff up in the north. Now we are above our vassal limit. At a certain point that stops mattering. At a certain point. I'm not sure we're at that point right now. I mean, the only reason it matters, right, is that lowers your total soldier count for factions. That's the only way it matters. Under no other circumstances do that matter. Now, Mechicolations is going to be done in 6 years here, and we're going to have Sappers done in 12. So that's fine. I do definitely want to attack up over here in England, and, man, is this getting laggy. Okay. Hopefully that's fixed or at least improved in the newer version. But of course we are still on the old version. Now we could theoretically attack these guys. What do we have for claims here? That's not bad. We could get either of these. For now, I feel like this is the better one. And we'd be in a war with a lot of these guys anyway, potential allies, but I'm planning on declaring on them anyway, in all honesty. He's got 30,000 troops to bring against us, but that's okay. So there's Strathclyde here. He's got 2,000 troops to bring against us. We've got our Duke claim here, which is just on this earldom. Which is probably... Oh, we could actually go for the Petty Kingdom with Strathclyde. Do it. We'll do that. And then there's Albany. What do we got over here? We could do a Duchy Conquer. Perfect. Okay, what do we got on Connacht? Just an earldom. And just an earldom. Not great. We could go for a duchy claim. That's not a bad one. Now, he has 30,000 troops to bear as well, but that's okay. We'll declare that. And then there's also Leinster. Now, these guys I think we're truce to, aren't we? Yeah, we're truce to these guys. There's Munster, though, and that one we can go for. Those are holy wars there. That's just earldoms, nothing too major. We're going to go for duchy, probably, but it's not ideal. We'll go ahead and declare that. And we're also going to look at Scotland here. They are in a war of their own. This war may not end up being something that we can do. But we can do that. And then there's also Orkney. Now, I'm not going to go too much further than this, I don't think. That's a de jure claim. We could fight Northern Isles over here. You know what? It's a de jure claim. And then there's Iceland as well. Yeah, we have de jure on all this. We could go for the Duchy of Iceland or the Northern Isles. I'm going to go for the Northern Isles for now, just to get those out of the way. It's easier to remember Iceland than it is to remember the Northern Isles over here. So we're in a lot of wars, right? Yes, we are. We're in a lot of wars. We're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And some of these have decent numbers of troops. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to start down here. And we're going to raise up our troops somewhere over, like, here. We'll raise our men-at-arms, and we'll raise levy troops. We may actually hire mercs as well. You know what? Let's do it. Let's get those in there. Excellent. Yeah, they're going to bring in holy orders. That's okay. Yeah, allies are going to join wars. We fully expect this. This is going to be interesting. It's a big land grab up here. But we shouldn't have any problem dealing with this. So that'll be fine. We're going to get most of this territory. There's no way we're going to get all of it, of course. So how many total troops are we going to want here? Probably no more than 40,000 levy troops, is my guess. Well, in our primary force. Maybe like 50,000 levy troops overall. We will... Go ahead and debase it. 100% chance. We do, in fact, get ourselves a professional workforce. We'll go for that. Cool. So the real question, of course, becomes, when do our men-at-arms arrive? The answer to that is 3 months. And that's a little unfortunate. But we're going to get 50k here. And we'll start going around and going after some of these. Now, I'm going to split off our 10k right now. And then we're going to bring this up to 40k. Is going to be the idea. Okay, so that's 20k. Men-at-arms have not arrived just yet. And yeah, I'm not surprised that this is brewing. What a jerk. Look at this guy. Well, we could put him on the council if we wanted to. I don't think we really have any children to work with. I'm just going to send him a gift for right now. That'll be 42 opinion. It's only going to be 5 more opinion. What a jerk. Okay. Well, that'll do for now. And how do we want to deal with this, like, overall, long term? I mean, that'll net us up to 5 opinion there. We'll keep an eye on it for now. I'm not surprised that we declare all this war and our vassals are instantly like, hello. Yeah, that's not surprising in the slightest. 22 months out isn't bad. And yeah, they're going to win some of these sieges. That's to be expected. We're taking a while to raise up. Our men-at-arms will be here eventually. Emphasis on the eventually. 6 months now? This guy is currently in charge. Can we do anything about him? We could send him a gift for 23 opinion, boost his opinion up to 50. That's probably not enough to really do anything, although there is this princess here. Unfortunately, grandchildren aren't good enough. Indeed. Grandchildren aren't good enough. But that's fine. So we've got our 40k here. We're going to stop gathering, and we're going to send these guys up to fight this force. Cool. And we're going to send the mercs with them. If we can get the correct barony selected here. There we go. Fantastic. And our men-at-arms will be arriving in just a few days. So that's perfect. We're going to group these guys back together, and in we go. Cool. Come on, men-at-arms. You can make it. There they are. Finally. Okay, so we're going to do this. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I want to split off the bombards and the levy troops. There, like that. These guys are going to come up here and head in to that. And then these, of course, they are going to siege. We want a siege commander here. So this guy will do. And we'll just head on in. Beautiful. And we'll get these wars underway. Now, as far as this faction goes, if we could get this guy out of the faction, that would be a big deal. That would be a big deal indeed. Now, this isn't going to actually do the trick. Okay, let's see if we can negotiate with any of these. I doubt that we can, but we'll see. It's unlikely. Most of this is just going to be offer concubine. Indeed. Those two, they're going to be upset no matter what. No way around that. 75, I don't think he should be in this faction, but whatever. Yeah, none of that's really going to be a thing. So the question becomes, what can we do about that? This guy's currently up here leading troops. Okay, so we won that battle. That's to be expected. And we're going to come on down over here. We're just going to have these guys run around crushing enemy forces. I mean, we could raise up additional troops and maybe holy orders to deal with this. But most of our good troops are up here dealing with these multiple wars. I'm actually going to send this guy... Oh, we already have a gift on him. How much would we gain? We'd gain 5 opinion. Okay. I'm going to go through and send everyone a gift here if they have not already received one. We'll just spread some cash around and see if anybody ends up leaving over it. I kind of doubt it, but this will boost a lot of opinion over here. Already sent one to these two. Not like it does anything. Okay. I mean, we don't really care about this cash, so this is completely fine to do. We'll just spread some money around over there, and maybe some of these will be interested in leaving the faction. Hopefully. But yeah, there's just nothing we can do about this right now. And that's because we're too old. Kind of a weird situation, for sure. So we're going to be done with this war quite soon. Indeed. Get this dealt with. There we go. We must know the truth. We've been betrayed! Oh no, anyway. Okay, so we're now at 50% on this war. Excellent. We're going to embark and go land over here. Cool. So this should finish up one of our wars. There we go. This war is now over. We will enforce our demands there. So that guy becomes our vassal. Perfect. Cool. And just checking in on all of these, making sure that those are all Mongol. Yes, they are. Sounds good. So we took over Ulster, of course, and we are currently at war with this guy, but he's not a major war participant. I want to see where we want to siege next, and the answer might be Galloway. That's a little close to these guys. Actually, I'm going to come in over here, and we'll siege here. This is where we're sending our primary fighting force, and I don't want to be too different there. Now, these guys are going to send their ultimatum in 2 months. Someone did leave that faction. So that's good. I really do want to do something with this guy. There's just not much that we can do. Not much at all. Checking for any imprisonment or title revocation reasons. None. Okay. Well, demand conversion on this guy. We'll see if it works. But I think overall, we're just going to have to fight these guys. So, a hook, huh? I decline. Hang on. I decline. We don't need this guy to be under our control. So this is a Khanate here. So we're going to grant him over, or rather, grant a vassal over here. Perfect. No problem there. So he's no longer our vassal. Is there anyone else in here? Khan, and Khan. Okay, so all of those are Khans, so we're not going to get rid of those that easily. However, if we were to deal with our vassal limit here, I feel like that would solve the problem. So the Duchy of Ulster is actually going to go into this guy. There we go. And that's a Khan. Okay, sure. So yeah, if we deal with this, then that's going to increase our soldier count pretty dramatically by 60% from vassals. So it doesn't actually say how many of those are coming from vassals. But if we do that, that will increase that pretty dramatically. And I think this independence faction will likely no longer be relevant. So we're kind of forced at this point by our circumstances, by just declaring all of these wars, we're kind of forced into doing that. So the Khanate of Crete. Okay. Just checking to see if we can combine any of that. Not currently is the answer. A lot of these guys are not imprisoned. Let's just check for some of these over here. This guy is imprisoned, and we can revoke his title, but he does have 2 already, so that makes things complicated. Let's see here. Anybody else that's a good option? Not really over here right now. Although after this rebellion, there would be some options. That's for sure. Okay. Well, I would love to find additional small vassals that we're not supposed to have. Problem is, finding those is complicated. Quite complicated. And I'm not entirely sure how we'll go about doing it. So instead, what can we do to increase this guy's opinion of us? On a related note, this is an act of tyranny. He would straight up accept this. The faction would gain discontent, of course, and it would likely immediately pop. But they also wouldn't have access to 15% of their troops. Hang on. This is a princess. I have a concept here. And the concept is basically as follows. So, I mean, she's the Khanum of West Francia, yes. This is our player heir. This guy is our current prisoner. What other options might we have? We could enforce a divorce here. It's not great, but we'll do it. I want to bounce this faction, and we'll arrange this with our son. It's not ideal. This would actually not... She's not his member of court. This would not actually net us a alliance here. Okay. Okay, so this guy. This is his primary heir. And this is that guy's primary heir. Sadly, grandchildren don't count. This would not do the trick. So there's actually not a lot we can do to stop this. We could, in theory... I mean, our best bet is honestly to revoke his title. And give it to someone else. Now, we combine this together. I do expect that this would trigger the faction. So there's that. Now, the war that we're in, the wars up here that we're in are not that threatening to us, right? We're in a lot of wars up here, and it looks like we've got a lot going on, but we kind of don't. A lot of our troops are not raised. That said, we don't have access to our siege weapons for this rebellion. That would be bad. That would be quite bad, in fact. What about this guy? Can we do anything with this guy? No, he's too old too. Okay, so what about this guy? Ah, now this is someone we can do something about. That'll only drop 10% of their power. But that's okay. That nets us an alliance with this guy. So we'll go ahead and take that. Okay. So that's an alliance there. He'll leave this faction now. That's down to 72%. Now, if we were to get, say, this guy to also leave the faction, which we could theoretically do. We break this betrothal. And then we do something along the lines of this. That gets us an alliance with this guy. Which drops them down to 56, 49, 48. Yeah, people left the faction. Okay, so that's not a problem for the moment. Good. There's that dealt with. We're going to make our way up over this way and continue fighting these wars, of course. We are expecting this war to be over once this siege is done, I think. We're going to make our way up over here. And fight this battle. Snake at court. Yep, that's fine. Now, we're still at war with this guy. What war is this part of? I think he joined a different war. That's okay. We just beat him. No big deal there. Cool. So these guys are going to move over now and take Desmond. There we go. Winning this fight. That's completely expected, of course. There we go. And we're going to head down over this way. Fight these guys a bit. We don't need to fight them. So we could come up over here and fight these guys, or come over this way again and fight these guys. And that's what we're going to do for now. That was good stack wipes over here. Very happy to see that. The Jarldom of Munster War will be over very shortly. We do expect that to end with this siege. So 25 days on that. Then we're going to continue working our way up in Ireland. We have a lot of wars going on, no doubt about that, but most of these wars are not threatening. So that is completely fine. They're going to try to fight us here. That's just going to delay us a little bit. Not really very much. They'll get stack wiped. And actually, the war is already over before they get there. No problem. Okay, so we'll go ahead and enforce those demands and grant these off. We are eventually going to need to transfer these into other locations. For now, we'll hold off on that. Okay, so this is an allied force. This is not actually someone that we're fighting right now. We're going to move up over here and move straight in and begin our sieges. Cool. So this war we're already at 40% on. Perfect. And we're going to come up here and start attacking these forces quite soon after we've eliminated this one again. No problem. Now, this faction is brewing yet again. This guy is not very happy. And yeah, that's this guy. What's he upset about? Oh, he wants a seat on the council. Okay, sure. But a big part of this is the fact that we've got these vassals over here, right? That's not a huge deal. We're going to move up over this way and go ahead and hit this force over here. I actually want to embark here. And we'll arrive here when? 49 days? 42 days. So that's not really fast enough. We'll land here instead. Cool. So we'd like to get out of some of these wars. And who all joined this? A bunch of jerks is the answer. Like, this guy's at 93 opinion of us. I don't think he should be in this faction. That said, we could deal with this guy. I mean, we would need a daughter. And I think that we have... This one's actually a concubine. We can't pull her back, though. That's unfortunate. That prince is only betrothed. But we need a daughter. We'll use this one. We'll break... No, that's the one that we had previously. We'll break this betrothal. There we go. Apparently that made this guy upset. But... we are going to then do this. There we go. No problem. For now. Emphasis on for now. Cool. So we're going to head on up, and that is completely fine. This siege is going to be underway shortly, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue cruising our way through these wars and hoping that our vassals stop being jerks. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.